is a Doris Day addict, I was really looking forward to Lullaby of Broadway, and I can honestly say it did not disappoint. This film is absolutely sensational. So the film was released in 1951, and there's a whole load of dramatic irony going on here, which I love. It was directed by David Butler and written by Earl Baldwin, and it won one award according to IMDb, and that award was the Photoplay Awards for the most popular female star. Our female star being Doris Day. It also stars Gene Nelson as Tom Farnham, and this is just beautiful. Billy DeWolf is also in it as Lefty Mack. I thought his performance was pretty great. And I'll read the description from IMDb, which I feel like is pretty accurate. A showgirl returns to her New York home to visit her alcoholic mother, where she catches the eye of a Broadway producer. I say it's accurate, but it's also quite vague. Basically, Doris Day's character, Melinda, goes to New York. She is a performer. The film starts with her performing, as any good Doris Day film does. And then she goes to New York, and she thinks her mother lives in this big, extravagant house. But actually, her mother's been lying and just using that address. Kind of with the permission of the owners. It's not like criminal. But when Melinda is there, she starts to do some performing, and as it said there, she catches the eye of a Broadway producer and somehow finds herself almost in the heart of Broadway, and this gives us so many fantastic performances. She has such magical feet. Her tap dancing is incredible, the way she moves, how angular she is one moment and then soft and curvaceous the next. And her facial expressions just gel with the music and the sound of her tap shoes. I could watch her dancing all day. She's utterly phenomenal. And that is something that I will always love. And that is definitely one of the reasons why I really enjoyed Lullaby of Broadway. We get a lot of performances, but hers are the finest. And I think she's amazing. So if you are a fan of Day's dancing, this is one for you. You'll absolutely adore it. The dramatic irony that we get from the beginning is quite fun, and that progresses quite a little bit throughout. It's quite comedic. I wouldn't say it's a comedy. IMDb describes it as a comedy musical romance, which I think mashed together is correct, but it's not a straight out romantic musical, comedic musical rather. In terms of the songs, I didn't think any were particularly memorable, certainly none that I can remember having heard Day sing on the best of compilations or anything. I could be wrong on that, but for me nothing particularly stood out. Narrative develops really nicely. Her mother is not as prominent in this as one might think. Day has some amazing costumes. She starts off in kind of a top hat and tails and spends a lot of time in really gorgeous ball gowns, and she has the most vivacious smile. She's utterly beautiful. I'm very smitten. But for me, what makes this film a cut above everything else, it's the performance, the dancing, the tap shoes, the feet. She's just splendid. She's absolutely gorgeous. That came out of my mouth unexpectedly. The narrative, as I was saying, is nice. I think it develops well. It keeps us on our toes, pun not intended. It's engaging. It's relatively funny. It breaks into musical numbers, I think, at a steady pace. It's not all dances or singing, but there's quite a bit of it that it's a decent musical. Would I recommend Lullaby of Broadway? Oh, without a doubt.